know. I've just turned that off. We've gone behind the scenes there. Oh, never look
A
behind the
glimpse
scenes.
behind the curtain.
Oh no!
As
Terrible.
smooth as always.
Good. I don't know why I did that. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Boys on the Baltic Star. It's Friday night, and when it's Friday night and the three of us are together, we play Traveller. It's a treat for us, actually, because Ben is actually in the Baltic Star house tonight. He's not out flouncing around as is his wont recently. It's been quite hard, actually. He's developed a bit of an addiction to gin and women of ill repute, and Ewan and I have had to fit extra locks in the house and to buy more dusty tomes to lure him back inside. But he's in, and so we can play Traveller this evening, which is a delight. I've just noticed the cameras are slightly off on the right hand side, which is going to do my head in unless I move them around. So I shall do that now. So bear with me. We are playing Traveller. There we go. We're playing Traveller this evening, which is a wonderful sci-fi game. We're not playing the 5th edition because that upsets all of us, just the concept of it. We're playing it as it was meant to be. Playing it by the seat of our pants with D6s. What more could you want in life? We're going to play for about an hour and a half this evening. It is the weekend, of course, of clocks going forward in the UK, so I've decided to start the weekend sensibly, and I've forced my dear friends into it with me. But we're going to have fun while we do it. If you want to spend some points, click on the red sun. And the longer you spend here, the more things you can spend money on. Anything with a pinkish hue plays some sort of music or noise. Anything around the 600, 800 will give input into the adventure itself. Or for one credit only, you can drink to that, where we shall all raise a glass and agree to whatever you said as being a wonderful thing. I don't think. Oh, no, I'm not happy with my wine tonight. I don't know what that is. But it's terrible. So no one drink to that, please, because that's appalling. So who are we? We're on a strict time tonight, so we'll speed it along. My name is Luke. I'm in the top right. Hello. I'm wearing orange tonight because I'm trying to trick spring into turning up. And I play two characters that are equally as colourful and spring-like. I play as Kara, who's on the far left there. She is our hacker, our artist, our philosopher, our carouser, and our general merchant, unless Agnar tries to get his furry claws into our money. And I play Soraya, who's second from right. She was a scout for many years. She's learning what it's like to work as a team, but she's happy to get her arms greasy and get involved in what needs to be done. Luckily, I'm joined tonight by a man whose arms are always greasy. In fact, he's known in town as being the greasiest man in Faversham. He is my brother from another mother, the Floofmeister General, the housewife's favourite. He is our very own Fonzie. It is Ewan. Good evening, Ewan. How are you? Oh, sorry, should I say, hey?
Oh, don't. You'll make me jump the shark. I'm trying to think of something else that Fonz was famous for. I'm not sure we're quite ready for that yet, are we? Hopefully not.
We jumped the shark about 3 years ago.
Maybe.
We jumped the megalodon.
That's true. We should definitely have tried to ease that into the episode somewhere along the line. Next time.
No, there will be no next time. Thank you very much. It's traumatic.
Sorry, I forget the things that we have been through, which are particularly traumatic for you. My apologies.
Thank you.
Speaking of things that we've been through that are particularly traumatic for you, do you want to hear about my characters?
That is just trauma after trauma tonight. And our sparrow's hitting fess at me. Everything's just going badly wrong.
All the traumas.
Come on. Hit me with it. Come on. It can't be worse.
Okay. I was gonna let you go on with whatever you're gonna go on about. But tonight I play Stefan Miller, who is a sneaky, athletic space rogue. He has recently learned to lip read and hasn't used it too often, so I'm going to keep that on the back burner. for some points. He's currently still writing his work in progress memoirs. It's been many, many years in real life, but actually it's probably been a couple of weeks in game, maybe a month, maybe. But that'll come out at some point. We'll have a release. And I also play Agnar Arnson, who is a Floofy Varga, former army general for the 17th Rift Runners. General, as Luke very much likes to remind me, after he mobbed out and retired. Never an acting one in the army.
But I think some of us peak later in life, don't they? To be honest.
Well, apparently so. He is also the oldest of the group by far. At the grand age of 43.
And speaking about being the oldest in the group and peaking later in life, we have our Queen of Faversham himself. He is the smartest man in any room. Lives his entire life in the Twin Peaks dream sequence, and is often found being carted around Faversham on the tops of 6 heavily oiled, topless Eastern European gentlemen. He is the irreplaceable, the incandescent, the irresponsible Ben. Good evening, Ben. How are you?
I am well, thank you. Yes. Still a cough, but other than that, fine.
Yeah, I'm noting fewer coughs recently, which is pleasing, to be honest.
It's a bit less. It is a bit less. Another 6 to 9 months, and it should probably be almost gone.
Our October streams are going to be brilliant.
I feel that's true.
Mark it in now, guys. Put it in the diary. October's the month of dreams. What's mullion? Is that some sort of American magic spirit? How are you anyway, Ben? How is life treating you?
Okay, not too bad. It's been a week, and now it's at an end, which is a good thing, because we tick them off one at a time, and if you make it to the end alive, then you win. But I'm always looking forward to a Friday Traveller night.
The best of nights, I would say.
Certainly listed up there.
We're getting close to one of your annual highlights, it must be said, Easter egg sandwich day.
That's right. Next Sunday, Easter egg sandwich day.
Have you selected the egg yet?
I have seen one on a shelf that I feel is going to be my pick, but I haven't purchased it yet.
You go Galaxy, don't you?
Yeah, I've seen a large Galaxy one, which does work really well for Easter egg sandwiches.
I like to picture you in the shop, picking up different eggs, giving them a little knock and listening to them and seeing which one is the ideal egg.
Have a little squeeze, otherwise you don't know if they're fresh.
There has been a lot of upset recently about they've changed English eggs from being that lovely egg shape to a very flattened, money-saving size. Will that affect the balance of the bread, the butter, and the egg at all?
It doesn't actually affect the flavour as far as I'm aware, but if you don't have the right curve, you do miss out on quite a lot of the experience. Because the way you make an Easter egg sandwich, for anyone who doesn't know, is you basically take a couple of pieces of brown bread and smear them thickly with butter. And then you break up an Easter egg and put the pieces of chocolate all over it. And then put the top on. And then you squeeze it hard down. And when you do, all of the curves of the chocolate kind of break and crack under the pressure, because the curves obviously make little arches, if you like, and they need to be pressed down flatter. And the less curve you have on the egg, the less satisfying that crackling sound is as you press down on it.
So I hope that it still lives up to some form of standard for you. Even though I
will report back, but hopefully if I go for the egg I'm looking at, it is seemingly pretty egg shaped.
What do you do with the add-ons, like the mini bars or things like that? Are they discarded? Or?
I'm not allowed those, of course. I'm not really allowed Easter egg sandwiches at all, in fact. However, I have 2 days a year in which I forget that I'm diabetic, and this is one of them. So what I do is I meet the world halfway, and whatever extras there are in the box, they go to Dad, and I eat my Easter egg sandwich and occasionally 2 Easter egg sandwiches, and if there's any leftover egg, then that goes to Dad as well.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, very much. Very much. So it's a ultimately the thing that's important is the Easter egg sandwich, because for some reason I don't understand why, but lots of people think the day has a different significance. But for me, it's always been about the Easter egg sandwich.
And you're a man of tradition, if nothing else.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm now old enough that traditions I have had are now counted as like old family traditions.
Just pass them through.
Mm.
One of our traditions, of course, is you giving us a very easy ride through the world of Traveller.
That's
And
true.
I think that should carry on this evening, as it is a tradition.
Is that what you think?
I believe. And Ewan, that's what we've always talked about, isn't it?
Especially this so close to such a special day.
Oh, yes.
It's
It
Easter egg
would
sandwich
be
day.
terrible if things went horribly wrong.
And,
So close to
and
Easter egg
especially in
sandwich.
Nadi, the world of good vibes. Good
Yes,
vibes, Easter, what more
exactly.
could...
Exactly.
Good vibes. I noticed you haven't actually put the vibometer on the screen,
Let's
though.
get the vibometer's on.
Quick, put it on.
Quick, it's on. It's chill vibes. Chill vibes.
Still vibes.
Chill vibes on the vibometer.
Chill vibes.
Chill vibe, mate. I don't want that wavering. At least not rightwards. Only leftwards.
Then perhaps it's time I brought us up to speed on where we are.
Mm.
So, our heroes have returned to the multinational island of Pericor, where the nations of Nadi share a free city. They flew back without Trita, who they left with her brother in the mine. Someone else they left behind, right? Oh, yeah, the 2 dead mercenaries that they killed. They're not coming back either. Anyway, back at the Hotel Trinity, the party immediately set about getting drunk. They ordered plenty of beer, plenty of mimosa, and a new cocktail, or not really, a pretty typical cocktail on Nadi, but with a new name. They'd left Rose and Gerg at the hotel while they explored the kettle house and went on the trip to the mine, but those 2 came to the bar just after the party returned. They had brought back 3 very inexperienced mercenaries with them, Happy Salvin, Peach Peck, and Rumble Duriel. And before long, Kara began asking them whether they'd be interested in joining the Baltic Star as a sort of offshoot mercenary group called the Yay Team.
Yay team.
They seemed enthusiastic, but there was a slight snag. They'd signed contracts that required they serve 20 years in the Morven Mercs, and the cooling off period for the contracts had already expired. Buying out would cost 48,000 credits each. So, new plan, they're going to return to the barracks late that night and steal the shuttle they need to escape. They're going to fly it away and then deal with the consequences as best they can. So, a heist of sorts. Only this one has the benefit of very little planning, no time for reconnaissance, and everyone's drunk. Should end brilliantly. At least the game of Rat on the big screen is going well, assuming you cheer for Morven. And that is where we resume the story.
I'm excited. Now you mentioned it's a heist. I hadn't even considered the fact that it was a heist. I get excited by our heists.
Okay. So the game is coming to an end with the inevitable Morven victory. And that leads to some happy cheers from the locals who are in the bar. And then most of them wander off to find other places to sit and other places to be. Some to the little garden area, some off to the pool, or some maybe to their beds. And before long, there are very few people left in the bar. And you guys, who've been frantically drinking coffee and trying to sober up, are left to your own devices.
So, my friends, it seems that we have a plan. If you can get over to the mines, we can take care of the rest.
Okay.
Are the shuttles tracked? Do you know?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's regular air traffic control kind of things, but it's pretty automated. And if you fly low enough, you don't get any messages from them.
Agnar, with your uh, with your mind of military, I'm wondering whether I might, whether it's worth. I don't know if I can hack into anything, make sure it's cleared a path. I worry that our friends will be tagged somewhere along the way, you know, and I'm sure any officer would raise an eyebrow, as I'm sure you would have done in your day.
I've raised many an eyebrow in my day, and many an eyebrow since my day as well. Um, and I'll be honest, the technical ins and outs weren't necessarily my forte. I would imagine that any company who values its property would have some kind of tracer on their vehicles, as whether they're beat up or not. I would yield to your expertise in the electrical and other such things.
We just need to buy a couple of hours, I feel, once we're there. And oh, Agnar's not even there. Why am I talking to Agnar? Oh, Agnar.
Oh, as soon as you called me.
Oh, yeah, I've called you. Agnar, how you doing, my friend? You right? How's it going down there?
What? Yeah, it's all right. We just had a conversation. Why are you asking me how I am now?
Just how's
Are
the
you
posse?
drinking?
Yeah, not the coffee now.
Well,
How
here it's much more sober. Must be
how
said.
how many sort of interest? Could you find out how many might be interested in a trip off planet? We've potentially got these, as we were just talking about, these three mercs that came to pick us up are interested in joining us, and we're happy to take some, fill the ship to take people off planet. But if anyone might be interested in joining some sort of mercenary team with us on the Baltic Star, could be quite cool. If we had between 5 and 7 others that wanted to hang around and see the many different worlds, get a little bit of money, enjoy all the treats of the Baltic Star, our 2 toaster sandwich makers, our 2 saunas, all your expensive whiskey.
You want me to ask the people who he'll get a little bit quiet as he says this, who absconded from their previous mercenary roles to become a mercenary on the Baltic Star?
Well, it's because I feel a bit awkward because I forgot I was talking to you for a minute. But as I sort of bum called you.
Did you pocket?
By mistake.
Did you pocket?
Yeah, I
Derby
did.
again?
Yeah,
And then you
I
just had to
know.
make up conversation.
Yeah, I feel awkward now. A bit embarrassed.
I told you, look, put the phone in a different pocket. Like the little top one, that works quite well. It's hard to pocket out from there.
You know me. I sit in lots of different ways. I end up sitting on all my pockets at some point.
That's true. That is true.
But it could be worth asking. Like I'm sure some of them liked the idea, but not the company. We're offering,
possibly.
I think we were offering $2,000 and spoils from planets we landed on, and all the Baltic Star joy, and not a 20-year contract. Did you know they have to sign a 20-year contract?
You sent me the contracts. I had a little going over it about 10 minutes ago.
Well, good. Then you're keyed up. I think someone's been spiking my coffee. I'm supposed to be sobering up. It's not working.
It sounds like it. $2,000. Spoilers.
Easy
I think someone's
say.
been spiking my water. Spoils of going around doing jobs for the Baltic Star. Free board, I assume. And,
yeah.
And food.
Yeah.
Good. That's a good selling point.
And we're going to get
remind me.
We'll get them a uniform.
Sorry, go on.
We'll get them a uniform at the first chance. They're going to be called the Yay Team.
the working title. Okay.
No, what? No. I've printed the badges already.
Right. Quick question. Remind me, how many again did we say we could take off world?
Oh, that goes back 2 sessions unless Ben's got it written down.
What do you mean sessions?
Depending on your
Don't
numbers,
you start.
you worked out you could squeeze in about 20 without having to like freeze people.
Yeah.
So yeah. So about,
And how many of those would you reckon? How many new recruits would you also be looking for potentially?
is that 20 of those guys, or 20 including our 3 mercs, Ben, or are we being a bit like?
That was before you offered a spot to 3 people already.
So we could take about 17.
But that would also mean basically doubling up most of your crew accommodation.
Yeah. So about 17, 18. Kara will sleep on the floor if it gets 18 in. 18 of which we need. If we could take up to, I reckon. What do you reckon, Agnar? I reckon a mercenary group of 10 max to start with, which would mean like 7 max if they want to travel. So
Yeah,
maybe,
I'd definitely say 10 max. Sounds
yeah. So
that's
maybe,
well considering that's 20k, right?
so, yeah. So 18 off world, 7 more max for mercs. So yeah, so we can take 18 of them, 7 of which
7 of those can continue.
continue on with us, and the other 11 will drop off at the first or second planet that we come across.
Okay. Although I will say it's starting to feeling a little bit awkward. You know, yes, we'll he'll be quite quiet again, I suppose. We'll take you away from all of this, and we'll free you, and we'll deliver you to a planet. But if you want to stay on with us and earn yourselves 2k, well, you can become mercenaries for us.
But there's no 20-year contract for us though.
Well, that's true. That's true.
As long as they finish a job on a planet, if they get hired on a planet, as we're leaving a planet, they can go their own way as the prophet wants.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. I'll let you know. When are you coming back, by the way?
Early morning.
Do you have to sleep off? Okay.
Yeah. But if I can't sleep, if I sleep, I'm not getting up to about 11. So but yeah, we'll fly with the dawn. That's a few hours, so we'll be with you like 9ish or something, I suppose.
Okay.
Oh, they will.
Yeah.
We're the Baltic. Yeah, they will. They'll fly at dawn. We'll leave a little bit later because the Baltic Star's a bit quicker in it. So let's say we'll be with you about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Perfect. We'll be ready and waiting.
Oh, you always are. You're such a professional.
Did you sort out the thing with the lift, by the way? Is that right to use that?
Yeah. That's all fine now. Don't worry about that.
Okay, good. So okay, cool. Right. Well, we'll see you up there then, I guess.
Sleep well.
Yeah. Thanks.
Toodaloo. Oh. Well, Stefan, that was Agnar.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all good to go. I think he's going to put the word out among the guys there, if anyone wants to leave with us. As for you, our 3 new friends, is there anything we can do for you before you take flight? First thing.
Nothing in particular.
Good, because we're already doing quite a lot.
It's true.
I'm joking. No, it's jokes, of course.
He's such a joker, that Stefan.
It's a dry humour. But no, seriously, if there is anything, let us know and we'll see what we can do. But if not, Kara, are we doing it now? What's
Well, I think if we I suggest we go back and sleep on the Baltic Star, to be honest, for an early start. As much as it hurts me because we paid a load for this hotel. If we don't go now, we're never going to get Rose and Gerg out of bed in the morning. Look at the pair of them.
Look at the status.
At least they can sleep till midday. It doesn't matter that the ship's flying. They could be fast asleep. They don't do anything when the ship's in the air, do they? Let's face it.
That's true. That's true. It's probably safer.
And the most we'll have is breakfast, and a gentleman always serves himself breakfast. We don't need Rose for that, so we'll be fine. As long as no one injures themselves and stubs a toe and needs Gerg in the morning, we'll be all right. They can have a little snooze. And yeah, let's get going. It's up to you though, I guess. I know you were talking about some loose ends potentially with in the dodgy end of town that you and Soraya went to. I don't know if you guys want to shoot off there first thing before we take off. It takes us like an hour instead of 3 hours. That was right, Ben. It takes us like a lot less, right, than it in the Baltic Star.
Yes.
So I'm sure you could head over there just before we take off if you wanted to check up on your stuff. So you probably don't need to leave till like 8 or something.
Well, we could do. I don't. It feels like we're getting into a whole other thing, though. Potentially, what do you think, Silver?
At least they know what to look out for, right? They know this. We've told them that this person is not to be trusted. They're dodgy, to have eyes on.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I know you wanted a buckyball game to happen. Not a buckyball, a rat game.
Rat?
Would have been great as well.
Yeah, I was so excited for a rat game.
I know you were. You're trying to like build peace among the people, unity.
It's just real life always gets in the way.
I know.
When I say real life, I mean something stupid that we've done that means we have to leave quite quickly. But that feels like real life.
We on one hand, we just want to chill out, drink some mimosas and play some sport. And then we end up turning Agnar into a big hairy prophet, leading the people to the promised land.
Yeah, I suppose. It feels a bit grand, but yeah, something like that.
So maybe, and I think once we land there, we got to go, haven't we? We can't poodle around. Once we've got these people tomorrow, we're off. Which is good because I've got to learn some more bow and arrow work, to be honest. It feels like it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
It would be best for all of us, I think, if you practiced a little bit more.
All right. So the plan is you're going to decamp as a group from the hotel and head back to the Baltic Star.
Yes.
And then your key team is going to make their way to the shuttle.
I reckon so. That makes some sense. So our crew head to the Baltic Star, and then our 3 posse, our little Duriel, Salvia, and Peck will be taking their shuttle over at like 6 a.m. before roll call or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And who is going with them, if anyone?
I reckon we should take a couple of them. I reckon Kara's worth it for any computer stuff. We'll go Stefan as well. Do you want to come, Stefan, if you've left the dreams of rat behind?
Yeah, sure. I might as well throw myself into work, I suppose. There's no fun to be had.
There's no fun to be had.
Okay. So everyone else packs up their belongings at the hotel and sets off towards the Baltic Star. And a little elite team of 5 makes their way towards the shuttle. Kara and Stefan, plus your 3 new, very inexperienced mercenary friends.
Hey, Stefan, we don't get to hang out much together, you and I. We're not the the numero uno team. How are you holding up?
We're not the numero uno. Those words that you just said, that's not us. I'm doing all right. You okay?
Yeah, because the numero uno team is me and Agnar, of course.
Well, sure.
And judging by the ship's latest rankings, you're down in like 14th. I'd be better off with the cat, to be honest. But we're doing what we can, right? We're making bricks without straw.
It's not too late. You can always go back and get the cat if you want.
I'm considering it. Even Cags. I almost sent a message to Cags.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to remind you of this. The next time you ask me to do something that only I can do, I'm going to say no. Cags is just over there. He'll do it for you.
So what's that? Somersaults.
How about a cat?
Somersaults in a wood. Next time I need someone to do somersaults in a wood.
Somersaults in a wood. Next time you need somebody to store something inside their body that is of no larger than whatever it is diameter this big. I've had too many drinks.
Everyone has a bottom. You're not that special.
That's a whole different question that you're
that is a completely different thing. Yes.
And see how that goes down.
Or up.
I like how this turned
I understand is how it works. Yes.
I very much appreciate that this, turned from a how are you to all the things that you can do that are ridiculous that nobody else can do, but nothing else.
No, we respect you.
Thanks. I feel appreciated.
No, we had the top 5 had a meeting and said they do respect you.
All right. So the team of 5, middle of the night, set off towards the little barracks compound. I need you to tell me how you want to make your approach. Are you going to sort of brazenly just march down the middle of the street as if you belong there? Or are you going to actually try to evade any scrutiny as you go?
Wow. What are you thinking, Ewan? Remember, Ewan, you're not 14th. You're number 1 for me. It's Stefan.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. It's nice to be told every now and then. I don't know. There's something to be said for confidence and acting like you should be somewhere, but also it is practically a village full of mercs, right? Or something to that effect. It's very much their area of town.
As we approach it, Ben, are they, because it's sort of that night time, is it sort of subdued with a few sort of people on like lookout guard kind of situation as we sort of hove into sight?
I'll tell you what. You can roll a streetwise with intellect for me, please.
Oh, that's both of us, right? As we're both.
Yeah, why not?
You and the cat.
Me and the cat. If only. Who is
the most streetwise?
Who is you and the cat?
Funny. I like it. I do like to think that Caboodle would be quite streetwise, though.
Oh, so streetwise.
That's not good.
No.
That's a 4 on the dice plus a mighty 2.
Oh, it's a 7 plus a mighty 2.
Ooh,
okay.
That's all right, I think.
As far as you can tell, it looks very quiet. The only lights on are like service lights on poles. Doesn't seem to be any lit space inside the barracks buildings.
Well, I guess these 3 belong here, I suppose. Look, Duriel, you're the first one I wrote down. Have people generally got grief if they've turned up late or like arrived at certain times since you started, or is it quite lax and easy?
Well, we only really had one night here before we set off on our trip out to the islands. They just told us to throw our stuff on a bunk, really, and then turn up for roll call in the morning. I don't really know how it works.
Doesn't seem the strictest, does it, Stefan? We've known more, I guess.
And that's true.
What are you thinking? You're our sneaky space rogue. Do you like the idea of walking straight in, or would you rather you and I kept to the shadows?
I'm okay with either, I think, to be honest. I mean, it's pretty quiet out there. It doesn't look too busy, right? Well, I'm sure either would work. Perhaps making a big scene isn't a good idea, but maybe we could try and keep it quiet.
Just like,
But I'm not very good at many things. So
but the things you are good at
if Kags were here, he'd be all over it.
He would start. He would like any guards that were there. He would draw into some sort of drinking party with him, and we could sneak right past.
Yeah.
And if Caboodle
sure.
was here, that they would get them all loved up and stroking Caboodle while we could sneak right past.
Caboodle would be a really good distraction right about now. that is very true. I'll give you that one.
Very useful crewmate.
And if Salva was here, she would go up to them and talk about some legal like where they were falling apart legally, and like tell them where they were failing, and the rest of us could sneak right past.
Sorry, I stopped listening as soon as you said.
And if Sammy came, I know, I saw your eyes glaze over slightly. Happy memories, perhaps. That might she'll come back to you. Don't worry.
It's not really what. Okay. Thanks.
And if Sammy was here, she'd go up to them and show them some nice rocks, and the rest of us could sneak past. So what are you going to do?
If Zoe was here, we'd just kill them all.
Exactly. We wouldn't even need to sneak past.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Let's sneak.
Okay.
Let's do it. I have faith in you.
13th place is on offer right now.
Oh, really? Who's currently got 13th?
Caboodle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Only because Kags won that drinking contest.
I was expecting Caboodle to be higher, if I'm honest. They're quite a beloved member of the crew.
Yeah, but it's not all beloved. It's like opposable thumbs is one of the things we rank on.
Yeah, okay. I can see how the cat would suffer in that category.
The ability to
How
open
do I
beer
hold
bottles.
up in the opposable thumbs category?
Pretty good. You're about 9th.
Okay. Not bad.
That's not bad at all.
At least I beat the cat.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it your way. I trust you. I believe in you.
Well, thanks. Many wouldn't.
I know, but I'm not many.
That's true. Okay, let's do it.
Hey, Jacko, to Grey Hill. Perfect time for a toast before a dangerous task.
Okay, so you're going to sneak your way in as best you can. Right. All 5 of you are going to have to roll a stealth with dex roll.
Oh.
It's not that challenging, but don't roll catastrophically badly.
Okay. Can we all just get Kags to roll it for us?
Yeah, he'll do fine. Or the cat. Yeah. This is your chance to overtake some people here. What did you say? Dex and what? Dex and stealth. Okay.
I should have been warming these up. I had enough.
Yes, stealth with
Okay.
with dex, please.
Oh, hello.
10 on the dice.
13th.
Plus 3.
Oh, nice.
13th place incoming. Just a 7 for me.
7?
Yeah.
You creep into the compound, and the lights that are around the perimeter of these kind of prefab buildings, they're all facing inwards towards the landing area in the center of the compound, where you can see the shuttle is sitting there just where it was left. In order to cross to it, you'll have to cross some illumination, but as far as you can tell, nobody's turned on a light, nobody's noticed you coming at all. So there's no reason to believe that anyone's paying attention to you. And you creep across towards the shuttle, pop the hatch, and all clamber in. And with the hatch closed, the lights internally are flicked on, and you see the mercs throw themselves into their assigned seating, obviously, with Peck leaping into the front for the controls. And she starts flicking switches and powering up systems, and pretty quickly you lift off the shuttle and start heading away. And she's going to try to fly as low and careful as she can. So let's see, how low and careful can she go?
Not too low, I hope.
So, yeah,
it's not too bad. Not too bad. She's a bit shakier than perhaps Soraya would be. Certainly not as experienced as Kat, but she seems to manage the transition well enough. And before you know it, you're out over the ocean, and it's dark, but you can see from the instruments that the ocean is just a few meters below you as she accelerates and lets the autopilot take the controls and heads east. And as we do that, we will turn our attention briefly to Agnar.
Wonderful.
My pupils
So, Agnar, you would like to offer people a place on the Baltic Star, is that correct?
Yeah, I suppose. I think he'd probably frame it something along the lines of we need to find out who the 17 people are who are coming first off, and then potentially if there's any amongst those 17, we can offer actually a bit more of a permanent position if they wish. Obviously, no contracts. And see if there are any takers for that as well. You know, just to organise the whole who's actually coming with us, as well as the does anybody want to?
All right. Well, then I'm going to suggest that you make 2 persuade rolls. You're basically making 2 different offers. Some people you're saying, come and join us for a life of adventure. And other people you're saying, use us as your ticket off world. So can you roll a persuade with social for me, please, for the come and join us for a life of adventure?
I certainly can.
Don't you know who I am, roll?
Should have been keeping those nice warm. Yeah, indeed.
It is very much that kind of roll, yes.
That's a 6 plus 3, luckily, for a 9. So
his name holds a lot of sway.
I wasn't trying to add 6 and 3 together.
Right. So for the life of adventure, everyone looks at each other a little bit nervously. And it looks like a fairly unfriendly crowd for that offer. They have literally just deserted a mercenary company. But...
And of course, he'll go through them. We can appreciate that this is probably not the best time to be asking. So, no pressure.
But one does indeed step forward, and as he does so, you can see that like someone standing next to him puts out a hand as if to pull him back, and he shakes them off and steps forward and says, Yeah, if you're going to deal square with us, I'll join your crew.
Very good, very good. We always do square with well, certainly anybody that doesn't do us wrong. What's your name?
Kel.
Cal. I'm very familiar with my friend who I'll be reporting to. How do you spell that?
Kell.
The
Wonderful.
friend likes
Thank
first
you.
names as well.
Orin. Orin.
O-R-I-N.
Orin Cal.
Orin Kel.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Wonderful. Welcome aboard. And he'll offer out a hand. Firm handshake.
Kel happily shakes it. Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Mm.
I'm afraid
Indeed,
nobody
indeed.
else steps forward. Now, for the second role, you now have someone standing by your shoulder. Of course, he's now part of your team. You want to ask if anyone would like your services to get them off world.
Yes.
And they are going, as soon as you start sort of speaking, they look around a bit, and the guy who had introduced himself as Kettlehouse, the fake name he gave you, he steps forward and says, you'd have to be going where we need to be going to meet those who've gone before us.
You're all heading to the same place.
Yeah. And he sort of looks around a bit nervously, but he's willing to share it with you. And he says, we go to Kukish.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna liaise this to the same friend that I was talking about previously. Could you spell
Khukish?
Kukish? Wonderful. Which general direction is? I'm very much not an astrogator. Where are we? How far away?
It's Corwood from here. 5 parsecs.
I know. I know Lena. I'm just looking up on Traveller website. Kukesh. 5 parsecs. That's some good training time.
Yeah. Now you will know this. I mean, you, Agnar, will know this. That is not the direction that you would be planning to go. But bear in mind, you have a long way to go, so it's not exactly going back on yourself. It's just not the direction you were planning to head. It would be a notable detour.
Tell me, have you do you have regular contact with those that have gone before you?
We get some messages.
That's good. That's good. What's so special about this location? Is it?
It's a good place to hide. It's an ocean world, and it has a huge population, and they live in these thousands of floating cities scattered all over the place. It makes for a good place to disappear, if you know what I mean.
Oh, sounds good.
And there's industry there. There's business. The government it's bureaucratic, but not oppressive.
Yeah. Yes, I can appreciate that. Interesting that they're quite bureaucratic, though. I'd imagine that they'd that could cause some issues potentially with your situation.
Great thing about bureaucracies is once you've got the right form in your hand,
Mhm.
everything works. And if you've got friends who can get you the right form and pay the right fee and, you know, that kind of thing, it just works out.
Yeah, I suppose it's quite neutral, I guess. It's there to look out for you as much as it would be for anyone else.
So the question is, can you commit to taking whoever goes on the ship in that direction?
Well, I can hear I can hear my good friend in my head now, and I don't think it's going to be their kind of place. But I'll let me see what I can do. I'll make a phone call and I'll confirm whether we can get you closer to. Would that be a benefit, or do you want to go all the way?
I mean, realistically, we'd probably have to go in one journey. We want to avoid anywhere where there's too much scrutiny, anywhere the Travelers Aid Society has deemed that you need special paperwork or special caution, anywhere that the Morven Mercs might be watching because it would be too easy for us to be spotted. All of those would be a potential problem. Realistically, the obvious candidates for an intermediate stop are View Bell, but that's got a tiny population, barely bigger than here. We'd stand out like a sore thumb. And the other obvious alternative is Lemish. But Lemish is watched. It's somewhere the Travelers Aid Society has on amber.
Oh. Who'd you say the planets were? View Bell?
View Bell, yeah.
How are we spelling that?
VEU, new word, BELLE.
BELLE, which is a small population.
Yeah.
And what was
it's
the other
a small
place called?
population. It's got very little starport.
Yeah. And what was the amber place? Sorry.
Lemish.
How are we spelling that?
LEMISH.
Cool.
Essentially, neither are suitable for drop off and pick up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me make a phone call and we'll sort this out before anyone has to commit. We don't want you.
Okay.
We don't want to get people's hopes up. Sort of address that to the room, I guess. Just to manage their expectations. Don't want people getting giddy that they're gonna make it and then that not be the case.
Okay. Then in that case, as we cut back to the shuttle, we will take our break.
Magical. Fantastic. In which case, I better set up the old graphic while we go for our little 5-minute wee break. Let's put the break on. Lovely.
Wee.
That's
a French break.
Yes, it's a very French break. We'll be back in 5 minutes, I guess. Or minute, I don't know. My French is very good. We'll be back then.
5
of them. We'll be back. Toodaloo. Oh, there I'm back. Hello, everyone. We are back. That was quite quick, actually. I'm quite shocked. We are back for the last half an hour's burst of travel this evening. But before we get into the main bulk of the story, of course, the most important part of the evening, which is the toast to our fallen comrade. Now, I'm refilling my glass as is required. And if you don't have alcohol or soft drink in your glass or cup, please refill it now. I'll give you a moment to do that. Because this is the part of the time where we drink a toast to our wonderful former barman slash steward, the man with the finest forearms and jaw this side of Ben. He served us well for the time he was on the ship, and as we've been delving the last couple of months, we've discovered some of his writings, some great poetry, and the start of some great novels. And I think if he'd have stayed with us much longer,
majestic.
Please resplend, Ben. It's fitting for this moment. It's what Greyhill would have wanted. Look at that, absolutely stunning. The writings that I've found have been sensational, and I found a special writing today actually, as I was looking through his shoebox of musings. Maybe it's not as weighty as some of his writings, maybe not as witty or deep, but it held a special piece of space in his heart. It appeared it had some lipstick on it, so obviously someone enjoyed it.
Oh.
I know, and it goes a little something like this. There was a young lady from Geeka who drank all her beer from a beaker. She drank against Agnar, who thought he could outdrink her, but the Varga was proven to be weaker.
Very nice.
Clearly, he was there serving the drinks, as he always was, and he always will be in our hearts. Let us drink once more to the late, great Greyhill Bast.
The late, great
To the late
Greyhill Bast.
Greyhill Bast.
And all the drinking games that went on under his stewardship.
Indeed.
Yes. Oh, fantastic. Right. So, as Agnar ponders a strategic option for the direction that the Baltic Star might go, we cut back to the shuttle, and outside the mine, somewhere that that obviously is invisible to Agnar, the sun comes up, and as it does, our loyal crew sitting in the shuttle get a radio message which comes in, and it says, shuttle 7705, report position, please.
That's interesting, Agnar. It makes me, Stefan. It makes me wonder. I'm so used to hanging out with Agnar.
Are you still drunk?
Sorry. I'm just used to hanging out with Agnar. It's so rare that you and I get to hang out together.
No, it's true.
It's true. Nice. It's nice. All those stories you told me over the last 2 hours. It's amazing. I feel like I've learned so much about your 20s, the bit that no one else knows about.
Yeah. And to be fair, I was almost at the end of the point that I was trying to prove to you.
It's just such a long point. I got a bit bored in the middle, but the start was really good, and the end was really good.
The whole thing is really good. You see, that's what makes it so clever. Is that like 90% of songs, the title is in the chorus and it's repeated over and over again. But just like Heaven, it's only said once, and it's at the very end of the song. That's why Robert Smith is just so good.
Don't you drag me into your dark side of the ship.
Yeah,
look,
that's a whole different album.
I understood everything you were talking about in your teens, and I got the bit in the 30s. It was that 20s bit that it didn't jive with me. But anyway, they're asking for location, which suggests that they don't necessarily know where the ship is for tracking.
Or that they don't
Trying to not
then
get a lie.
trust. Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's just me being a touch paranoid. I have been known from time to time, especially in my 20s.
Why don't you go up front with those three? Get them to try and stall them a little bit, and I'll boot up this and check that there's nothing in the systems that I can. I'll run a quick sweep of the systems. Yeah.
Let us know if you make us appear somewhere else or
Yeah, of course.
something fancy with the old electronics.
Of course.
Okay.
You get them to say what to say, and I'll deal with anything computer based. We'll work it like a team.
Okay.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So you throw yourself into the co-pilot seat.
Yeah. Me.
All right. And you're just there in time to hear shuttle 7705 report position, please.
And he'll turn. He'll listen, Peach. Make it. This thing's beat up to hell. It's barely holding together. Make out as though you're having some kind of radio problem. Come across all broken up.
Peck sort of looks across at you like, I don't know how to do that.
You speak in radio failure, like something like that, but better. They don't know my voice. I'm assuming that they know who they're after. So
I'll give it a shot, she said.
Unless one of the others is feels they can pull it off.
Oh, give it a shot. Doesn't bode
I'll give
well
it a
with
try.
the dice roll.
Okay.
So she opens up the channel for response, and she says, 05, and then disconnects. And a couple of seconds later, you get shuttle 7705. We have you 5x5 continuous transmission. What's the breakup of the sound?
Can Kara try and do something at this point, then, please?
Yes.
Yes. I need to cut into it, make it. If I can hack in and make it appear that there are some sort of issues.
All right.
During that conversation, I'm guessing she's already pulled the laptop out before that's on. So yeah, let's hack in, see what's going on here, see what.
All right. You want basically to connect your laptop to the system. This is not going to require hacking.
Cool, perfect.
You are literally on the system, so this is an electronics communications check.
Yep, wonderful.
You won't get the special hacking bonus,
that's fine.
But you can use your education with electronic communication.
Thank you very much. That is 11.
11. Okay.
I'm just getting 7s tonight, by the way.
The basic problem you've got is that turning the radio to on, it cheerfully reports as on and transmitting.
Yeah.
So it should be carrying a good signal. So basically because the signal's nice and strong, because they've got a pickup. Now you can probably mess with it using a computer, make it drop and pick back up again. And you can do that using your communications device. So I'm going to suggest, given that you've got a good communications role, it's going to come down to the role of how convincing the person who's talking can be.
That seems fair.
So do you want Peck to have another go, or would you like to take over?
Oh, God. Now, I have a feeling that my deception is far better than Peck's. And I've got a feeling Stefan's deception is probably better than Peck's as well. What's your deception, Stefan?
Mine is a mighty 1.
Yeah. It'll be rolled with intellect, I'm imagining.
With intellect, yes.
What's your intellect?
No, it's run of the mill.
Then,
Nothing.
Then we need to take Kara in, then please.
Okay. So Kara grabs hold of her communications device.
I hear that Kags's intellect is really good though.
Yeah, that's what.
They've both got really good intellect.
That's why they're 11th and 12th.
The cat is smarter than Stefan.
You're straight back down to 13th again.
My cat is smarter than your captain.
Oh, cat.
Also
my cat.
better at lying.
Yeah. So Kara's going to do it. What would you like to say, Kara? And would you like to try and make it sound broken up? But what would you actually like to say? Is it just going to be garbage?
Yeah.
Or do you want to actually convey a message if you can?
I think I'm gonna throw it out like I think what I'd say. Bailing, ocean, controls, not responding. Mayday.
Okay.
It's so cold.
It is almost Mayday.
It is almost Mayday. Yeah, it's fitting.
All right. You
whenever
tried to
Mayday's
send
mentioned,
a
this feels very
broken
traveller.
Mayday. Can you please make a deception check with intellect for me?
Yeah, that should be all right because I've just hit a 9 plus 3 is 12.
Ooh.
12. Okay.
Nice.
Like a couple of seconds later, you hear the voice say, "We understand your emergency. We are tracking your ship. We'll be tracking your craft soon.
Right.
Try and
there we
stay
go.
above the water, and we'll get help to you."
This is where we need to sort out the location of the ship then. This feels a bit hacky or something, maybe. Let's try and deal with the location of the ship then.
There's no other option. We've got to crash it into the water.
Yeah, that's it now. We said it was. We can't be caught lying. That'd be embarrassing.
That would be terrible.
Oh God.
Okay. So there are any number of different methods they could theoretically use to track the shuttle. At their most basic, they could literally send out a call for any ship in orbit to scan the surface of the planet and look for a shuttle in distress using their own sensors and scanners. That would take a little while, but it's effectively the systems that will be doing it are not under your control. They're on other ships around. The shuttle may also have a transponder, and that transponder may report its position if queried. And if they can communicate with the transponder directly, it may therefore give them accurate information. But that, with a successful hacking roll, could potentially be spoofed to either not respond at all or even to give incorrect coordinates.
In that first couple of seconds, Steph, Kara's going to call Agnar, please.
Okay.
Yo, Agnar.
Yeah. Hi. You all right?
Yeah. So imagine your riff runners, right? And you've got your jankiest little shuttles, right? The ones that you give to your the recruits you don't really like. Yeah, the ones you're sending out to the front row to die.
I'm not quite sure how I like your tone. All of our shuttles were of the highest quality.
Look,
by the Imperium.
I followed you around for a year and a half, didn't I? Let's not lie here.
Okay.
All right.
Go on. Sorry.
Is it likely that they've got transponders in both shuttles? Or are you? If you're going to track them, are you going to track them from orbit?
Ben,
Is that something? No, exactly. That's the
what would
question.
Agnar's opinion be on such a topic?
I'll tell you what, Agnar, can you roll an education check for me with
Bit of, don't you know who I am?
your choice of any military skill, your best military skill?
Tactics is pretty good.
Can I go military tactics? Is that...
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful. Oh, that's pretty good. That's an 8 plus 5.
Yeah. Oh, that is pretty
That
good.
really is pretty
That's
good.
really good.
Okay. Because transponders are such a trivial thing to add to an existing communication system, since there's already a radio system, there's already a communication system, all you have to do is put in a little bit of code that listens for a particular kind of signal and returns a little data burst. It would be almost unthinkable that it would not have a transponder.
They all have transponders. Of course they do. It's so simple.
Thanks, babes. See you later.
Costs nothing.
She's hung up already. Is it? If they get back, guys, stall them. I'm just going to try and send them off track from this transponder that's probably on the ship.
All right. So, first question, would you like to make the transponder report incorrect information, or would you like it just to not respond?
I quite like incorrect. Like, I enjoyed that when we were in Dark Moon. I enjoyed that, sending everyone in the wrong direction. Let's do that again. That was fun.
Okay.
In an ocean in the another direction. Let's send them on a merry sheep chase.
Okay. Then in that case, can you please roll an electronics communication? You can have your +1 for hacking this time.
Thanks, man.
And with education, please.
Oh, this is the wheelhouse. Come on. Don't let me down, wheelhouse. That's a good wheelhouse. 8 plus 3 is a 13. Oh, no, 8 plus 5, sorry, is a 13.
Okay. Now, this, I'm afraid, is going to be the key thing. Can you roll a d6 for me?
Oh,
oh, every time with the d6. It's always painful.
You know I don't like rolling I don't like rolling a single d6. It's a 1. It's either brilliant or horrible.
It's pretty good. If people don't know, in Traveller, when you complete a task that's time sensitive, when you succeed in one, you roll a d6 to find out how long it takes you. And the lower the number, the quicker you actually manage it. Oh, and what that means is, in this case,
make a note of that for the future. I've gone all these years without realizing.
For a few minutes, you pre-program the transponder. Where would you like to send them, by the way? In the opposite direction, or
over an ocean in the opposite direction, please? There's many oceans, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of ocean.
Yeah,
to the core of the planet.
To Frank or Billy, either one, I don't mind.
Right. Then there's a bit of a pause while you're still traveling, and then you get a message over the radio saying, we have your coordinates, 7705. We are dispatching help. And then they read out a set of coordinates, which, to your delight, match the spoofed ones you gave them, and not your actual position.
That's it. They're off our backs, guys.
Well, okay, that's good. I thought they had us for a minute.
I know, you look tense. Your buttocks look very clenched from behind.
Why are you looking at my buttocks?
They're so large.
Do you know who I hear's got really large buttocks?
Who's that?
Caboodle.
That's why Caboodle's above you. One of the ranking system points is buttocks.
Buttocks, yeah, of course. Of course it is. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks.
Peck looks across and says, "So we're okay?"
As okay as we can be until we get off this godforsaken rock of chill vibes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep it cool.
It's their tense vibes anyway.
Yeah. And as the morning progresses, you find yourself getting closer and closer to your autopilot destination. And an hour or two later, you find that you are bringing the shuttle in to land on that exposed, cutaway flat surface that takes up a whole chunk of the top of the mountain. And looking at those 5 tunnel entrances. As you land, Peck tries to bring the shuttle in really close to the rock face.
Oh, don't do that.
To make it sort of look a bit less obvious sitting out in the open. And you touch down with a little bit of a bump. She's not as smooth as some pilots, but she got it done.
The circle of life, Stefan. Here we are again.
Is that really relevant, do you think?
I just like if I watch a film on one of our long voyages, I like to quote it.
Yeah, for like a solid month until you watch another film, and then you move on to something else.
Yeah, it's you're just.
It's the circle of life, I suppose.
Yeah. Hakuna Matata.
Bless you.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom, Steph.
No, I like that one. What's that from?
I don't know. I made it up.
Yeah,
Look, the sun's coming up and the light's touching everything here, and it's like it's our little kingdom, isn't it? That's where I come from.
Yeah. What about that dark place over there, though? That the sun's not quite touching yet.
Yeah. We don't go over there. We don't.
Excellent. No notes. So there are 5 of you on board the shuttle. What's your plan?
So, guys, just a little thing you might need to know. When we said that 4 people died down there, that's not exactly true.
Okay.
2 people died down there.
Oh. Well, that's, better.
Yeah.
It is.
It is, yeah. And we didn't even really like them, so actually it was even better than better.
No,
don't roll on that. For goodness sake. Throw away.
Frowns
1
for a
a.m.
moment and then says, is the extent to which you didn't like them and the fact of their death, are those 2 things in some way connected?
Look.
Listen. I'm sorry. My friend deals with tragedy in a weird comedic way.
Well, we love you guys. You guys are great.
Can you both please roll a deception check?
No.
We're not even lying.
Is there not a diverting
with intellect?
Telling absolute truth at the minute. Oh, I've hit the best of my nights. I'm all right. 14. Thank you very much.
Sorry, deception with intellect.
Yes, please.
At least I'm a good liar. I don't think Stefan is.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's 8 + 1.
Okay. Oh,
For 9.
Reef, you're not a very good liar.
No, I'm not a very good liar.
Kara's like
Well,
plus
I'm an
4.
okay liar. I'm just not
She
very
can-
intelligent.
Good liar, bit
Not as
thick.
smart as the cat.
And that was one of the ranking systems. That's why. Buttocks and intelligence. That's where you lose
And
out.
opposable thumbs. apparently.
But
That's what you gave.
you seem to manage to assuage their curiosity, and Peck pops the hatch, and you watch as the 3 mercs, slouch their way down the down out of the shuttle onto the very flat, very blasted surface of this landing pad.
So I guess now we
Steph-
just wait for the Baltic Star, Stefan.
Stefan will aim to hold Kara back before they make him go, yeah, that sounds good. Listen, piece of advice, next time, don't tell people that we met like a couple of hours ago that we killed 2 people.
I didn't say we killed 2 people.
Well, I know, but inquisitive minds would lead that way.
Yeah, but
It's a little bit suspicious.
You didn't
That's
kill
all I'm
anyone.
saying.
You didn't kill anyone.
I know, and I shall be standing by that. Should I need to in the court of law?
I was half expecting this to be a cards on the table moment.
Like, it makes a change. Like, if we're counting the number of people we've killed, you've done a gardener. You punched that guy's face off in the thingy.
Yeah.
I the fact that you're up there. Quite frankly,
that's true,
and that does
true.
count in the rankings. To be honest,
It does really?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting. You should say that.
I'm not saying up or down, but it does count.
Oh. Okay. It's. I'm not. There's no judgment. Obviously, I'm not the person to judge on such a thing. Just
quite right.
Just some advice for meeting new people and making friends.
You got to be honest. If you're going, look, friendship comes from honesty, doesn't it? You have to start off on a good foot.
Yeah.
And they took us for what we are.
Most of the time. Yes.
You wait till they hear that Agnar poisoned some like planetary leader in like a fancy do.
Could we maybe hold on to that until we've saved their life, and they sort of feel as though they owe us, and then we can be 100% completely honest,
or that we hold another planet's leader captive on the ship. Are we not going to tell them that either? Or that we spaced someone? Are we not?
No, neither of those. I'd probably avoid the Moab eggs, to be honest.
You not only spaced someone, you also atmosphered someone.
Yeah, that was just someone that was that was you. That was a mistaken identity.
Yes, I know it was.
That wasn't even a gardener.
I was having a bad day. It was very frustrating. Lots of things had happened.
Greyhound had just died.
We thought we'd completed something. They'd lied to us.
Have you told them about when you stabbed the guy in the throat in a nightclub?
No. What you mean, Fess?
Yes.
Do you want to tell them the whole Fess story? Sure.
The full Fess.
Listen,
a confession.
Yes, that's the one. Listen, there's a book I want you to read about how to make friends with people, and it involves none of these truths for at least some time.
They'll hear them all when we're laughing and drinking and joking at the bar.
I'm sure they will.
Let's tell them when we're drunk, when they're drunk. That's what.
But here's the key question: are you guys just going to hunker down in the mine tunnel, or are you planning to head down to join the others?
Don't you dare force game on us.
Thanks for moving us forward.
How far ahead of the Baltic Star are we, Ben? Based on our plans, not too far, I suppose.
Probably no more than an hour.
Okay. So, do we go down to Agnar, or do we stay in the entrance? I turn over to you, Stefan. This is your chance to win some points.
Well, I mean, I suppose we've got time. They're not going to be looking here, are they? They're going to be looking for at least an hour for that ship.
Let's hope not. I worry a little bit about the guys that hired us that didn't take it fully.
Do you need to stay near the ship to make it, whatever you did still happen?
No, it'll keep giving false information.
I think we need to get at least undercover, I suppose.
Well, yeah, let's do that then.
At least
there's nothing to be gained from staying here, is there?
No.
Okay.
Too early for a turn.
So you're heading into the mine, but not down. Is that right?
I think that seems reasonable. Yeah.
Okay. Then I need to, as the Baltic Star takes off and begins to approach, I need to ask again if Agnar has decided whether or not the Baltic Star is heading to where they want to go, to Kukish.
Agnar will turn to the room and say, "Do you know what? I was going to call my friend the one with all the spellings, but actually, I think I think I know what they would say. I think we're quite happy to head forward towards Kukish. It's I'll be honest, it's in the opposite direction to the mission that we're currently on, and it does take us out of our way. We'd be interested to know if we could. I don't want to say that we're after something, but if you've got any information about the direction that we would be heading after that, the opposite of Corwood, any planets, any useful places that we could visit, or if you've got anything that you could offer us on the journey, any kind of working or any tweaks you could do to our ship, that would be gratefully appreciated.
All right. Then in that case, can you please roll for me a persuade with social?
Oh, I don't think I've ever swapped my character sheets. I don't know quite so much. Can I? Yeah, I can actually. Okay. Why not, Ben? Why not?
Why not? Give it a shot.
That is the game after all, isn't it? Something along those lines. That's pretty
the
good.
Game is
That's
the thing.
10 on the dice. That's 1 persuade and 2 social for 13.
For a total of 13.
Some good rolls tonight.
Okay.
In our wheelhouse tonight.
13.
Those 2 +5s that we did back to back was definitely
so good.
Definitely in our wheelhouse.
So good.
You explain that you are going to Kukish. Because it's a bit short notice, because they haven't been sort of prepared that a ship is coming as well as they usually are. It's not as if people are necessarily queuing up, but you are very persuasive, and a total of 10 step forward and say they will happily accept your offer of a lift.
Does our erstwhile guide remain with her brother?
She and her brother will be among the 10.
So 10 plus Kel.
Yes, plus him.
Wonderful.
Okay. So you have a little merry band, and as you slowly gather them together, knowing that the Baltic Star is on its way, I think that's a good time to call it for tonight.
Yes, indeed. Lots of fun. Thanks, Ben.
You're very welcome.
I do like the fact that we now have a merry band.
It is definitely a merry band.
Makes me feel like some kind of Robin Hood spin-off thing.
You are a man, Ewan, who strikes me as a man who would love to be part of a merry band.
Mm.
To be honest,
Yeah.
You look-
I mean, realistically, who wouldn't?
who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't want to be part of a merry band? It's true.
Certainly
Only Worf in Star Trek,
Yeah.
that's true.
because he's
true.
not. He's
I mean-
not a merry man.
If you're going to be part of a band, why not a merry one?
Indeed.
Exactly.
The Stefan would be part of more of an emo one, to be honest, than a merry one.
Yeah, true.
Yes. Probably
Do you know
fewer
who-
Christmas number ones, I'm guessing.
Yeah, quite possibly. Do you know who'd definitely be part of a merry band though?
Oh, tell us.
Caboodle.
Number 11 ranked Caboodle.
And speaking of Caboodle,
I feel you're doing her a bit of a disservice, actually.
It's the thumbs. It's the thumbs.
Yeah.
It's the thumbs.
All right. Okay. Meanwhile, on the Baltic Star, Rose's kitten Caboodle was sleeping. Kittens can sleep with such abruptness that it's almost aggressive. Kittens attack sleep. Well, sometimes. Sometimes they throw themselves into it. Sometimes they stagger into it. This time, Caboodle, having exhausted herself charging around for most of an hour, had reached that point where her balance was becoming a little unsteady. She wanted to keep playing. There were people to play with, things to chase, but the harder she pushed, the more exhausted she became. Eventually, mid-purr, she simply fell face forward into sleep. The crew, of course, let her rest. She was adorable to watch, neck stretched out, legs randomly splayed, all her energy gone. They knew that in an hour or two she'd wake up again, and when that happened, she would come looking for someone to play with again. The little kitten's sleep meant that nobody had to watch her for a while, and as the game of rat that had occupied the hollow table finally came to an end, she was abandoned to her sleep as the crew in the bar found drinks and things to do or watch. Dural Cags sat at the same table, sleeping on his chair, his head resting not far from the kitten. He too was tired. Tired as a newt, in fact. One outstretched arm formed part of a pillow for his head, his other arm curled close, fingers still wrapped around his glass. Standing over the scene were the two engineers, Rachel Axis and Kron Sarama. Sleeping, said Axis. I see that, said Sarama. Just when we need specialized assistance. Sleeping. Axis folded her arms and glared at Cags and the kitten. Yes, you said that. Sarama was more amused than Axis by the sight of the unconscious crewmates. Axis shrugged. I guess we have to wait for our supposed expert to wake up. Sarama nodded. I guess so. He turned to Johnny, who was trying to find the right combination of hand movements to win a skiing game. Hey, Johnny, how long has this one been asleep? We need some help. Johnny didn't turn around. An hour, maybe? Mind you, I don't know if I've ever seen him fully awake. Axis shook her head. Not him, Caboodle. We need the help of a kitten. This time, Johnny did turn around. You need the cat. Why? She answered as if it was obvious. To help repair the ship, of course. Caboodle let out a tiny sleeping whine, but didn't leap to the aid of her shipmates for some reason.
Nice cozy time. In a way, we all wish we were Caboodle, let's face it. And at 1:15 in the morning, it feels very alluring.
Yes, it's there is a situation where you think being just curled up and warm and not having any cares in the world would be quite nice.
Napping all day.
Oh, Easter holiday's nearly here.
That's true.
Thank you, Ben, for another wonderful evening.
Thank you, guys.
We
It's enormous
appreciate
fun, as always.
Absolutely. No idea about tomorrow, actually. one of those ones. Theoretically, we're all around. Theoretically.
Mm-hmm. So we'll try and do a
Theoretically,
thing.
I'll be somewhere.
Theoretically. Theoretically, do we start a wedding? That's what I'm trying to work out.
I mean, maybe if you asked a bit nicer.
Was you, Ewan, do me the honour
There we go. There we go.
of asking Sparrow to attend the wedding?
If they'd like to play pig at a wedding with us. Would you, Sparrow, like to play pig at a wedding with us?
Yeah, there we go. That's about as good an offer as any of us are going to get anytime soon.
Okay, well, yeah. If that is available, if we have a Sparrow, if we have all three of us, then let's do that.
Cool. We'll make it punchy because it's clock change night, and I'm old now, so I ain't gonna like run till 2 o'clock in the morning when it suddenly becomes 3 o'clock. For no one.
Oh,
But the wedding can run over a couple of nights, can't it? Like all good weddings.
Don't see why not. We can stop it in the middle and resume another time. Yeah.
So we just intro you guys, let everyone get to know, get to see the shirt and tie combo. Sparrow's dressing up for it. So
nice.
it's good. Yeah, exactly. We can do the setup. We can set it up. We can get an idea. Maybe we can get a glimpse of the pig. That's what the crowd want. That's what the crowd need.
Glimpse of the pig.
Smart clothes and a glimpse of the pig.
Oh.
Exactly. You're spot on. Let's give that a go. Let's hope for that. So we'll give it a try. It's been risque over the last month. We've had some efforts and it's not worked out, but let's give it another go tomorrow night. Let's try and release a pig at a wedding, or at least take ownership of a pig at a wedding venue. That's a win.
Take
as far as
ownership.
Take ownership of a pig. Yeah.
Excellent. So let's do that tomorrow night. We will try and at least get a pig to a wedding.
Yeah, exactly. Just let it chill out in a room somewhere. That's a win.
There's got to be a room at a wedding, right?
Oh, there's so many rooms in this wedding. Honestly,
Excellent.
you're going to be spoilt for room choice.
I'm loving it already.
What's the most obscure room that's at this wedding?
The special room they're going to set up to do Manosphere podcasting.
Oh God!
That sounds.
It's full of cigars and gold.
That's
Rose
definitely waiting for a pig to be released into it.
You know
To be
it.
honest. We might need more pigs.
There's so many pigs.
Mm.
Well, let's have a go at that tomorrow night. But until then, good night, everyone. Absolute pleasure. Thank you, Spez. Thank you, anyone else. We appreciate you. And we shall see you all tomorrow night. Ewan, put the kettle on. Let's get a hot water bottle for the Baltic Star bed.
Yeah, just the one long one.
The one, as always.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Toodaloo.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.